Joining us now, Mississippi's Governor Phil Bryant. Welcome, sir. Great to have you here today.
Good morning. Glad to be here with you.
You know, political observers have been saying let the new GOP-controlled Congress in the new year push back against these executive orders for undocumented immigrants. Why are you and the other governors wasting no time by filing this suit now? Do you think it's a much more effective way using the courts to try and force the president to go through Congress before enforcing laws that he's redesigning?
Well, absolutely, and not only have we thought that, I think the American public and leaders in America since the Founding Fathers have believed that for over 200 years. And governors have to take action. We appreciate what Congress is doing. We understand that they're not quite in office yet as far as Republican leadership in the Senate, so they're going to need some help. But our position is governors bear the cost of education, health care, public safety within our states. And so we are, by nature, men and women who try to take action as an executive, and that's what we've done here in this suit, joining with Governor-elect Abbott of Texas, who is suffering with a porous border there caused by earlier executive orders by this president, who seems to just simply ignore the rule of law and the Constitution.
Well, there are some who suggest that the governors don't have faith that the lawmakers on Capitol Hill will move ahead with a must-pass spending bill as leverage to defund the president's immigration policies. Is that a fair assessment from some folks?
You know, I can't answer for Congress. Certainly people would like to say this is a federal issue, but over 20 times the president himself has said he didn't have the authority to unilaterally, with an executive order, offer amnesty. Over 20 times. He came many times on the media, many times in discussion, and said, I wish I did, I just don't have that power. All of a sudden, by some immaculate decision, he now believes that he does. We do not. We believe the federal courts will see that we have standing. In 2006, when I was state auditor, I performed a performance audit of the cost of illegal immigration in Mississippi. Found out it was $25 million a year that the taxpayers of Mississippi are paying. We're an agricultural state, so our illegal immigration population was about 49,000 then. We think it could have doubled by this time. And so you're looking at as much as $50 million from the taxpayers of the state of Mississippi born, and will be more because of this executive order. And so 17 governors, a third of the governors across America, believe that we have standing, and we believe the courts will agree with us.
Now, the lawsuit that the president violated focuses on the take care clause of the Constitution that limits the scope of presidential power and, quote, exacerbates the humanitarian crisis along the southern border. You mentioned that Mississippi has been affected in a large way by virtue of the fact that you're saying up to $50 million is being spent by the taxpayers in terms of education and health care costs.
And law enforcement as well. Absolutely. I love the take care. The Founding Fathers, I believe it was Article 2, Section 3 of the Constitution. It's been a while since I taught American government in university, but that section says, as it describes the powers of the president, it says, but the president must take care to adequately enforce the laws. And this president, I think, has certainly ignored that section of the Constitution. That's one of we believe, the real struggles that will lay ahead is to make sure we right this administration again. And in the future, imagine, if you would, Uma, if President George W. Bush had decided that all of a sudden corporations did not need to abide by EPA standards, and he issued an executive order saying, I'm declaring that EPA standards don't exist in this government anymore. You would have heard shouting and gnashing of teeth from the left, and rightfully so. There are certainly conditions for executive orders, but this is not one of them.
Well, Governor, thank you so much for joining us today, and keep us posted on how this lawsuit is moving ahead through the courts.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you.
You too, sir. Thank you.